What's up, everybody? My name is Jason Mayfield, and today I want to talk to you about Bible number 2. This is my Bible. And in the last video I showed you This is my Bible video, I showed you my Lockman Foundation NASB Thinline. And when I got done with the NASB at one pass through, I thought, let me give the ESV a try. I was concerned about leaving the New American Standard. And the reason is because the New American Standard, it is the standard as far as I'm concerned. It set a high standard, and coming away from it was like, that was a big move for me, because this is the Bible, man. This is it. This is the translation to be on, in my opinion. And so when I came away and gave the ESV a try, it was tough for me. So at this point in time, I wanted to get a more luxury Bible, but I knew I didn't want to get a luxury ESV and hate it. So I got a $19 ESV to give a try. Now, I had seen this Bible in the stores, and I thought this design, in terms of it not being a luxury Bible, I thought the design of this Bible was so stinking cool. I always liked it. I think it is a super cool looking Bible. And that was actually the thing that attracted me to it. Now, before I ever went and read it, I had done all the research and all that, and and seen what the translation philosophy was and all of that. But I liked the way it looked. And if it didn't look this good, I would have never even thought about it. And obviously the ESV became so prominent between 2001 and 2010. So you were seeing it everywhere. And I think I got on this in like 2011. So I ordered this online, got it in. I keep it in the box because I like this Bible so much. I just like this Bible. It's not my favorite. I really like it. That's it. I like it. I would keep this in the box if I had it, but I keep this in the box because I knew I wasn't going to use this long anyway. So I knew this wasn't going to be a long-term Bible. But for years, honestly, this was like I would always go back to this Bible because I just like it so much. Are you getting that I like it so much? So anyway, this is the ESV Thinline. It's a TruTone cover is what they call it. It's a fake imitation leather. It's a portfolio design. Is that not cool? I mean, that is so cool. This portfolio design, I'm telling you, this is a cool looking Bible. And now I think it's like the ESV standard. If you're gonna grab an ESV that's not a luxury ESV, this is the one you get. But it feels good. The TruTone cover, I think, feels better than a genuine leather cover. Genuine leather is like a garbage cover. I just want you to know that. It's basically like leather hot dogs. That's what it is, because they take all the little leather scraps and they just kind of slam them together and make this leather paste stuff. This, on the other hand, is more like an actual material, but it's kind of more like a vinyl or something. I don't know. It's like a pleather. It's pleather. It's faux leather, or fox leather, if you will. And so anyway, I got this, and this is how I got into this. Now, we'll go ahead and tell you, these ribbons, this was just a test. I actually had done this recently, and just so you know, in the test, I concluded that this was way too many ribbons. So that was not from back then. But this Bible, this is how I got into it. I wanted to test the ESV and kind of see how I felt about it. So I got it, and the first thing I did is I just read Romans. So I sat down and I did Romans, and I wrote all these notes and things in there, and just killed it. Just went through and killed it, and I liked it. And so I decided to read it all the way down. And the plan I did when I read this Bible, because I think I've only read this one once, I did the entire New Testament, but I did a chronological condensed reading of the Old Testament. So I didn't read the Old Testament cover to cover, and I read it in chronological order, but I kind of read the major sweeping things that you read. So that basically means that, I read about I got a synopsis of everything that's going on in the Old Testament, but I didn't drill down into, like, you know, the laws of the priesthood. So in this Bible, a few things happened. Okay, a few things happened when I was reading this Bible. Before I do that, I will just say, in the box, I wrote some notes in the box that said, I finished this Bible, I finished the first pass through on this Bible on April 3rd, 2012. And then I wrote another note on here that says I started using this Bible to test the ESV in October of 2011. It followed my NASB that I used for a few years. I'm still using the Bible after a few months. I wrote this on December 25th, 2011. And I was reading the Mariner's Chronological Condensed Bible Reading Plan, which you can't find anywhere else or anywhere anymore. So I made my own chronological condensed plan now that I use sometimes. And I was learning about the grace of God. So the grace revelation was really like, I got it when I was in the NASB, but it really started coming home, and this was formative for me. So anyway, some of the things I really love about this Bible, I love the way the text looks on the page. It's much more pleasant than the Lockman Foundation NASB, or any NASB for that fact. Just a very pleasant look on the page. But again, notes are just tough in this Bible. So I didn't have a lot of notes because it's just tough to write. So I would use a notebook for the most part. And I was only using black ink apparently. Occasionally would do a different color highlight. That normally was just, it just happened that way. It had no significance. Like in Romans, I did some red circles so I could see that that was something specific. But, I mean, I just read this thing, man, and circled and underlined and was highlighting. And then I also, in this Bible, is when I started realizing that I wanted to use blue ink. So if you get over here into the Psalms, what is that? Proverbs, you'll see blue ink, and I realized that blue ink is better when you're a circle and underliner. Now I use black ink in my Bible now, my journaling Bible, but I also put colors on top of it. So the colors don't work on the blue, work on the black, but if you're just using ink, blue pen is great. And when I was reading this Bible, there were things that hit me. Like I came into the grace revelation in this Bible. I feel like I started to transition out of music ministry when I was reading this Bible. I really felt like I was transitioning over to a preacher when I was reading this. And this is the Bible that really everything started to change. And it was just a little $20 Bible. So if you think you need a big expensive Bible, you don't. I love this Bible. And so this is the one, man. This is the one that got me. It also got me in the ESV. And man, just like reminiscing here. I love this Bible. And it was great because you just throw it around, man. It's cheap. You can just throw it around. You can do that with it. You know, you can do this. You can't do this with the big expensive Bibles. You got to have a cheapie to do this stuff. And man, let's see if I got anything written in here that should be known. Oh, I got this. Okay, I must have started doing. I must have bought this before I was done with this one. This one said that I started reading it. I started reading it in October, but I got it on June 3rd, 2011. I always make my wife write the little things in there because I have terrible handwriting. But wow. You know, when I look back and I think about buying this Bible to test it out and buying a cheap Bible, I just think about how much money we did not have back then and how good God has been to us in the last little bit, really giving us this revelation of finances. And, you know, I would not call myself I would not call myself a prosperity preacher. I don't understand. I don't know what the prosperity gospel is, and I don't know what people classify as the prosperity gospel, but I do believe that God wants you to prosper. Like, that is not something that I don't believe. And I believe that through the power of the gospel, that you can prosper with a supernatural push. And so I believe God wants to prosper you. And I'm just sitting here thinking back to when I had this thing, man. It's like, we had no money. And I did spend some money on some Bibles back then, but like I had to buy a cheap Bible because I wasn't sure. And man, God's been so good to us. Now we're debt free. You know, when I bought this Bible, I was racked up in debt. We're debt free, got money going into the bank, building that emergency fund, baby step 3, Dave Ramsey's baby steps. Man, super cool. So let me just tell you though, you want to know how much I like this Bible? You got a $20 Bible that you keep in the box. That's a Bible you like, son. For real. So anyway, that is it for today. If this video blessed you, I'm just sharing my Bibles with you. I know I'm not really sharing with you any great content here, just kind of sharing my Bibles. But if this video blessed you, do me a favor. Like, comment, and subscribe. When you do that, it helps us to reach more people with the gospel of Jesus Christ on YouTube. How? Because when you like, comment, subscribe, it helps our ranking, helps us show up in searches, and we don't have to spend ad money. So it's one of the best ways you can give is by liking, commenting, and subscribing. So we appreciate that a ton. I appreciate that a ton, etc., so forth and so on. Until next time, I'm praying that you continue to experience grace for life through Jesus Christ.